Hi, in this video we'll look at how to install apps using TabPilot. There are two main tasks we want to accomplish. One is to add the apps to the location apps list where we want them to be installed. And secondly, we'll assign those apps to either device groups or classes, which will begin the installation to the devices. This organization already has a number of locations set up. Device groups are already set up, and we will work with Eastside Elementary that has the groups you see here. And currently, there are no apps already in the list for Eastside Elementary, which we'll see by choosing the location and then apps from the menu. So I'll click the Add Apps button, and I have two sources, either the VPP store or the App Store. Generally, you want to avoid the App Store because it requires that the Apple ID on the device be used for downloading the app, and you want to use your volume purchase program instead. Otherwise, users get prompted for IDs and passwords, and the app is actually on their account rather than the organization's account. When I choose the VPP Apps tab, I get a selection of the different VPP accounts that are allowed for this location. So I'll choose a couple of apps to go to this location and click Add. This will add the apps to the location apps list, which is the first step in our process. Notice the source column tells me which VPP account they came from, and my license count column tells me how many licenses we've purchased for that app. This is used for free and paid apps. So our second step in getting them to install is to select one or more apps, click Assign, and choose either the device group or the classes where we want that app to install. I could select individual device groups, or use All to select all groups in the current location. When I click Assign, you'll see the device group column will change to show where the app will be installed. If they don't fit, we can click More and see all of the locations on the app details page. A similar process allows me to assign one or more apps to a class rather than a device group. So I have a group of special ed students that I've put into a class. I click Assign, and you can see under device groups, under classes, it will show special ed students. So that doesn't actually represent a real class that actually meets together, but it's kind of like creating a subgroup where you can assign an app to any group of devices, whether they actually meet together as a class or not. Now, if you're not using screen layouts on the devices, those apps will immediately appear for use. If you are using screen layouts, your next step would be to add those apps to the screen layouts for those devices. That might be something that's left for the teachers to do. They might request that administrators install the apps to the devices, and that might be retained for their control, but then teachers can create their own screen layouts. If an administrator wants to do it quickly from this area, they can select an app and add to screen layouts directly from here, although placement of the app on the screen needs to be done from the screen layouts area itself. That's covered in another video. Lastly, I'll point out that it's the Settings Apple VPP tab where the VPP accounts are set up, and they can be assigned to individual locations where those apps can be used. Hope you found this video helpful, and thanks for watching.